Hello and welcome to today's video. So this time I'm going to be going through some of my spare vintage penguins, but not so much the main series. It's going to be unusual stuff, reprints, puffins, classics, that sort of thing. Anything but the main series in actual fact. So without further ado, sit back, relax, and let's get to it. Okay then, so as is usual, all orders are received on a first come first served basis, literally as the emails come in. And just remember to include the series title, the series number and the author, and ideally the price. And I should be able to just track down what you've looked for really quickly then. And anything that has sold, I shall list in the description down below this video. So if you want to check first to see if the books are still available or not, obviously do give me a shout. There is a minimum order of £10 per order, and I'm happy to ship anywhere in the world. Okay then, so we'll start off with penguin number 1, which is Ariel. And this edition is pretty early. It's still got the first 10 on the back, in fact. And this is a second print, no dust wrapper, for £3, 1935. So that came out like a month after the original. Here's another copy of Ariel. This one is in a dust wrapper. This is the 7th printing. Quite nice underneath. That's £3.50 on that one for the 7th printing. And then we've got Ariel number 1, which is the very last printing of it, which is the 9th. This is a wartime one, much thinner and quite scarce. And this is £2 on this particular one. There we are, the 9th. That was the very last printing of Ariel for many years. Number 4, Madame Claire. No dust wrapper. That's a 5th print. That's £2 on that. And some of these, you know, if you haven't got the originals or you just actually want the books to read, this is quite a good way of doing it. And we've got some nice crime ones coming up as well. So number 7, 25 by Beverly Nichols. That copy there is the 6, which is £2 on that one. Another copy. That's the 3rd printing. That's also £2. And one more, which is number 7 again. That is the 4th printing, which is also £2. So let me know which one you might like. A couple of copies of Gone to Earth, which is number 9. That's the 8th print, £2.50 on that one. And then another copy here, number 9. This is a bit earlier. That's the 9th print. That's £1.50 on that one. Number 15 in a wrapper, 4 Frightened People. Obviously the wrapper is not great, but underneath the book's probably very nice. There we are. £3.50 for that one. Sorry, £2.50 for that one. That's a 3rd print, £2.50. Number 29, Autobiography of Margot Asquith, 1. 2nd print for £2. The first crime title, Mr. Fortune Please, number 34. The wrapper is a bit delicate, but underneath, there we are. It's a pretty lovely copy, that. Got a crease on that cover. Anyway, that is a 3rd printing and it's a £5. Alright, so £5 on that one. Nice early crime. A Safety Match, number 43, Ian Hay. That's the 2nd print for £2. 49 is The Jungle. Very foxed copy, this one. 2nd print for £1.50. These are a bargain, aren't they? Number 57, The Black Diamond, in a wrapper. They're just too good to throw away, even because they're reprints. Look at that, that's lovely. Nothing wrong with that. That's a 4th print. That one's £3 for that. When you think you can't buy a contemporary paperback these days for like less than a tenner in most cases, these are real good value for money, even if you just want them for display. Number 60, The Dark Invader. This is a cracking book. Absolutely cracking book, this one. That is a 6th print, and that's £2.50 for that one. Another very nice early crime. Look at this, number 64, The 4 Just Men. Beautiful copy of that one. It's the First reprint, like August 1936. £7 on that. I think that's well worth £7, don't you? Undertones of War, number 82. That's the third print for £2. Another crime. Documents in the Case, number 89. That's a second print for £4. Ghost Stories of an Antiquary, 91, M.R. James. Great book in its own right. That's the third printing for £2. Selected Modern Short Stories, number 96. Nice bright copy. That's a fourth printing for £2. The reprint of Worst Journey in the World. It's got a bit of a 5 on there, which has been rubbed, for number 100. First as a double volume, and that's £4. So it's a reprint, but it was the first time that it was done as one volume. 99 was dropped, it just came out as number 100. Cracking read, that one. Private Worlds, 107. This is a 6th print from April 1942, £2. I think the wartime reprints represent real good value for money. They are very, very scarce books in their own right. 116 in a wrapper on England. This is a second print for £3. Famous one act plays, 117, also in a dust wrapper. Third print for £2. And another copy of 117, not in a wrapper. Second print for £1.50. While Rome Burns, 118. That's a third print for £2. The Weekend Book, Volume 2, number 130. That's £1.50 for the third printing of that one. Cold Comfort Farm, number 140, another great book, Stella Gibbons. That's the second printing for £1.50. Let's grab this next wedge over here. 143, Fonta Mara. That's a second print for £1.50. Crescent Moon, 172. That's the second print for £1.50. Innkeeper's Diary, 181. Bit of pen there. That's a second print for £2. Confessions of a Young Man, 185. Pretty nice copy of that. Second print for £2. These really are a steal, you know. Death of My Aunt, number 190. Very, very nice, attractive copy of that one. Third print for £5, a steal. Ordinary Families, 191. Second print for £1.50. A Milne, 4 plays, number 196. Second print for £2. High Table, 213. Scarce wartime one. Second print for £1.50. Ebony and Ivory, 225. That's £4 on that one. I didn't put the printing in. That's actually a first. I better take that one out. Slightly been misfiled. Corduroy, 247. Adrian Bell. That's the third printing. £1.50 on that one. Poison in Jest. Look at this, £2.50. Nice crime one. That's a fourth print. That's £8. Pretty nice and square, that. Fate Cannot Harm Me, £2.52. Dust wrapper flaps now. That's a second print for £1.50. Penguin Problems book, number 260. Flaps again, unused inside, but it's a third print for £1.50. The Cherry Tree, okay, a few copies of this, number 264. So that's the second for £2. Second for £2. Second for £2. There we are. Okay, another nice crime one here. Uncle Silas, number 279. Pretty nice copy of that one. 1947. Third print, that's £8 for that beautiful copy. First 100,000, 283. That's a second for £2. Pygmalion, number 300. Second for 150. Old Junk, 307. H.M. Tomlinson. That's a second print for 150. Invitation to the Waltz, 328. Second print for £2. And these ones here, when they're published, these wartime reprints are very, very small print runs. They're actually probably scarcer than the first prints. 342, Farewell Victoria. Second print for 150. Ballygullion, 366. That's a second print for £1.50. Brassbounder, 373. Very scarce in the first print. A second print there for £2. And another copy, 373. Second print for 150 on that one. The last crime one, Murder by Burial, 418. Once again, very, very tough to find as a first print. Even the second is not easy. This is the third. This is £6. This is published in 1946. It's the first post-war one. Put out more flags. Evelyn Waugh, 423. That's at £2 for that. Second print. The Professor, 482. Second print for £2. Public Faces, 487. That's a second print for 150. Another copy, 487. Second print for 150. The Warden, 495. That one is a second print for 150. Under the Red Robe, 498. Second print for £2. And then I've just got 3 Vintage Penguin specials. This is Ballet, special number 5 in a dust wrapper. £2.50 for that one. And that is the third print. Got Y War, which is special number 31. This is £2. That's the first reprint. And the last one is special 40, which is Opera. Wartime reprint. This is £2.50. And that is the second reprint. So this is probably the only time you're going to see these. I don't generally keep reprints. It's just those are so nice. I didn't want to not include them. I haven't got room for anything bar first printings in the studio here. So whatever doesn't sell will probably work its way out onto eBay in a job lot, I would imagine. But here's your chance to fill in a few little gaps or maybe even pick up a few readers. Now, the next thing I'm offering is Penguin Science News and Penguin New Biology. Now, as you can see in the picture, I've got a huge stack of these, three piles, almost a comprehensive run of every single issue from both series. So if you're a collector and you're missing a few odd ones here or there, because I do get asked, they're £1.50. Some of them I've got 2 or 3 copies of, some of them I've only got the one. But generally speaking, they're all very good or better. Most of them are mint unread. So £1.50, any numbers you want, just drop me a line, and if I've got them, I can include them in your order. Okay, so the next series we're going to be looking at is King Penguins, one of my absolute favourites. And these are really beautiful books, and we'll do them in numerical King Penguin order. So they've all got the K prefix, and this is K number 3, a book of ships. And this is in the flexible covers. That's at £3.50, and we'll just have a little look through. I'm certain all of these are first prints. A couple of them did get reprinted. Yeah, that's the first, 1941. We will just check them as we go along. But it's a very, very nice one. £3.50 for that. Now we've got K5 caricature. Once again, it's sort of the flexible covers. £3 on this one. First from 1940. Elizabethan miniatures. £3 on this one. 1943. I forget the exact number. I think it's like K. Is it K6, something like that? K8. It's Elizabethan miniatures. The Microcosm of London. This is a reprint. So it says reprint. £2.50 on that one for the reprint. There we are, Microcosm of London. Fishes of Britain's Rivers and Lakes, number 11, K11, £3.50. I said, I'm pretty sure if they were reprints, I would have marked them as such when I priced them up. 1943. Very nice, bit of wear on the spine, but still very nice. The Leaves of Southwell, K17. This is £3.50. Bit of page edge foxing on that one. £19.45. There we are. Garden Birds, K19. This is a reprint. £3.50. Beautiful book. Another copy of K19. Bit of a repaired spine there by the looks of it. That's also a reprint. £2.50 on that one. A little bit more worn. English Ballet, K20. That's £3.50 on that one. So none of these are absolutely awful, but you know, they do vary in condition. That's the way with these old King Penguins now. This is number 21, Popular English Art. £3.50 in this one. Got a name in the front. Inside cover. Heraldry in England, K22. That's £4. This is a first. Poisonous Fungi, number 23. £4 in this. This is also a first. Birds of the Sea, K24, £3.50. You Are the First Phases, K25. That's £4.50. Pretty nice copy of that one. One of my favourites, A Book of Toys, number 26, £4.50. That's the first print on that one. Very, very nice indeed. Really nice King Penguin, that one. Flowers of the Marsh, K27, £3.50. Nice copy of that. A little bit fox, but still okay. Coming away a little bit there, but generally all right. And these are well below market price, in all honesty. But they are what they are. English Clocks, number 28, big thick one. This is £3. Huge book. A little bit of a spine repair work has been done on that one. Here's another copy of 28. This is a bit better. This is £4. I said huge book with all the photographs in. Just pause there to let my bin men go by, and they're done now. So number 29, Flowers of the Woods. This is £3. It's got a label inside, ex-library. A little bit of wear at the bottom of the spine there. English Book Illustration, number 31. We're about halfway now. This is £4 for the first print. Very nice. English Tradition in Design, number 34. It does appear to be priceless in actual fact. First print, Really nice copy of that one as well. £4.50 for that one. Spiders, number 35, another favourite. £3.50 on that one. For Spiders. Ooh. Compliments of the season. Well, we're just past Christmas as I film this, but number 38. This is £6 for this one. Old Christmas cards. Very nice. Edward Gordon Craig. There we are. Designs for the Theatre. £5 on that one. Nice copy of that. A Prospect of Wales, number 43. £4 on this one. Very nice. They are lovely books, these. Unknown Westminster Abbey, number 45. £4 on this one. A little bit of spine wear. Reptiles and Amphibia, number 47. £8 on this one. This is quite scarce, actually. A Book of Scripts. In Dust Wrapper, number 48. This is £6. Got reprinted as a pelican, or vice versa. Another copy in a dust wrapper, but the dust wrapper is quite worn, and it's a reprint. And that's £5 for that copy. British Beatles, another scarcer one, number 49. £8 on this for the first print. Romney Marsh, number 55, in a dust wrapper. This one's £12. Beautiful, beautiful book, this. Very, very nice indeed. And a nice wrapper to boot. So 12 on that one. Early British Railways, number 56, in a wrapper. This is £8. Wrapper's got a few little dinks in it, but still very nice. Slightly faded spine. A Book of Ducks, number 58. Small piece off the top of the spine. Just £2 on this because of all the writing inside, but absolutely fine for the content. John Steed's Atlas of England and Wales, number 61. This is a reprint and it's £4. Another copy in a dust wrapper. This one's £8 and this is the first in a wrapper. £8 on that. Semi-precious stones, which is King Penguin. Well, it's £10. I'm trying to see what King Penguin number it is. It's not listed, but there we are. Semi-precious stones. It's like 62 or 63. £10 on that one. Number 70. The Diverting History of John Gilpin, illustrated by Ronald Searle, in a dust wrapper. This one's £7. Got a name on the inside there. £7. Another favourite, The Picture of Cricket, number 73. Another really nice book. £8 for this first edition. Very nice. And the last King Penguin is Woodland Birds, number 74. £10 in a dust wrapper, first print. There we are. So that's all my spare King Penguin books. Okay. Ptarmigan books, The Silent P. I've got 1 to 9 here, so there is a set. This is £2. I'll just double check they are all firsts. I'm pretty sure they are, but there may be the odd reprint. So that's the first, £2. And if there's more than one copy, I'll just try and pick out the best one. That's £3, a slightly better copy than the other one. And this one is £2.50. So you get your choice. £2.50, £3. Whatever one you like. Something to think about. This is number 2. So £1.50 on that one. £2 on that one. They only released 9 in this series. That's £2.50. So as I said, the different prices represent slightly different conditions. How to Play Bridge, which is number 3. That's £1.50. for that one, and another copy is £2. One copy of number 4, £2.50. They're all wartime. Number 5, it's got the different jacket design now. Yeah, £2.50. Number 6, £1.50 on that one. Another copy, few puzzles done, £1.50. And final copy, £2.50. That one's untouched. Number 7 is triplets, £2 on that one. Playtime, number 8, £1.50. And the last one, number 9, test your knowledge, £3 on that one. So that's your Ptarmigans. Right, next thing we're going to look at is Penguin Illustrated Classics. These are the very first classics of all, and we'll go through these. So we got a few. Number 4, C4, Walden, in a dust wrapper. Very nice series. This is £4 on that one, in its wrapper. It's first print. Another copy of number 4, no dust wrapper, and that one is £3. Another copy of number 4, no dust wrapper, that's £2.50. Robert Browning Selected Poems, in a dust wrapper, but the wrapper is a bit tatty, but underneath it's very nice, for £3.50 on that one. Robinson Crusoe Volume 1, number 6, classics number 6, £2.50 for that one. And Robinson Crusoe number 2, classics number 7. This is in a dust wrapper. So again, the dust wrapper is not perfect, but at least it's there. £4 on that one. These are 1937. Melville's Teepee. Not to be taken away. St Oswald's School. Well, we're going to take it away. £2 for that one. Who was the editor? Number 8. Story of My Heart, which is number 9. Remnants of a dust wrapper. Not great condition, but it's there. £4 on that one. Lovely underneath. And the last one is another copy of The Story of My Heart, in a dust wrapper. Nice copy. £4.50. In fact, that's pretty much immaculate, that one. And then the last one, last lot of books in this segment is the Penguin English Library, of which we've got a few, and then we'll move on to the Penguin Classics. So English Library number 4, the Pilgrim's Progress. These hardly ever turn up, and they generally get snapped up, so be quick. All first prints, £2.50 on that one. The Moonstone, English Library 14, this one's a little bit grubby, £2 on that one. Journal of the Plague Year, number 15, £2.50 on that one. Humphrey Clinker, number 21, £2.50 on that one. And another copy of Humphrey Clinker, both got spine creases. That's £2, though, that's slightly lower grade. Selected Writings, Samuel Johnson, English Library 33, £2.50 on that one. North America, English Library 38, Trollope, £2.50 on that one. Pilgrim's Progress again, that one's slightly up. This is another copy of the earliest one, number 4. Let's have a look at this. That's £3. Yep, so that's actually an even better one than the first one we saw. And a couple of ISBNs. So the Christmas Books Volume 2. These are early 70s. This is £3 on this one. 1971. Very, very nice. And one more, which is Northanger Abbey, Jane Austen. It has got a spine crease. £3.50. And that's also 1972. Okay, so I'm going to do the Peacock books, and then I'm going to do my Penguin Classic stock, and I think we'll call it a day for today. The next video then that I'll be looking at will be my vintage Puffin storybooks and Puffin picture books, of which I've got a fair bit to go through, and a few more miscellaneous series. Then we'll be back to the main series again with numbers 1000 upwards, because I know quite a few people are waiting on those. So we'll do these Peacocks then, and this is Peacock number 13. So if you're a member of the Penguin Collectors Society, you would have seen the recent publication on the history of peacocks. It was really good, really well written by Phoebe Williams, I think her name was, and she did a really good job with the bibliography. These are all first prints, unless noted otherwise. That's £2 for that one. Number 14. That's at £2.50. Peacock camping book, number 17. £3 for that one. Number 22, the yearling. £2.50. Fire over England, number 25. That's £2 on that one. Rider of the White Horse, number 28. £1.50. They're a steal really, aren't they? House of the Wolf, number 32. £3 on that one. The Governess, number 41. I haven't got loads of these, but £2. They generally sell pretty much as I get them. Bronze Bow, number 42. I still need one odd one myself. £2.50 for the set. Number 47. Despair the Conquered. £2.50 on that one. Sword at Sunset, number 51. £2 on that one. Tory, number 55. £2 on that one. And there we go. Right, to finish off then, we'll do these Penguin Classics. And as I said, if you've seen anything in this video that you fancy, just drop me an email with as much information as possible, where you live, name, address, Penguin series number, title, author. All of it helps for me to pinpoint the books quickly for you. So this is Classic number 1, Homer's Odyssey. It's a reprint. So it's not the first print. It's actually a reprint the same year that it was originally published, but it is the very first Penguin Classics. Glued herself. This is number 2? Yeah, number 2. £3 this one. Pretty nice copy of that. Another example of number 2. That's £2 on that one. Theban Plays, number 3, and that's also £2. Candide by Voltaire, Classics number 4. That's a reprint, also £2. Tacitus on Britain and Germany, number 5. £2.50 on that one. Virgil, number 8. That's a reprint, but it's £2. Don Quixote, number 10. Big, thick book. £3 on that one for the first ever Penguin printing of that. The Gold Ass, number 11. That's £3.50. Faust, part 1, number 12. That's an export copy. Look, it's got 95 cents in the corner. It's a reprint and it's £2. Here's number 12 in a dust wrapper. This is £3. This is for the first. Dust wrapper is pretty shaky. Another copy of it in a dust wrapper. £4. Very nice copy indeed of that one. And another copy in a dust wrapper, hedging the market here. Also £4 in a wrapper. So obviously if you want one of those, let me know which one, and or I'll pick the best one for you. Number 13, Manon Lescaut. That's a reprint, and he's £2.50. Madame Bovary, number 15, great title. £3.50 for the first print of that. Very nice indeed. Old Goriot, number 17. £3 for that one. Let's slide that round. Number 48. No, number 18 rather. The Nature of the Universe. £2.50 on that one. Conquest of Gaul. It's number 21. £3.50 on that one. Canterbury Tales, number 22. That's a reprint, and he's £2 on that one. Crime and Punishment, Dostoevsky, number 23. £3.50 for that one. These are all firsts unless noted. Symposium, number 24 by Plato. £3.50 on that one. The Luciads, number 26. £3 for that one. Imitation of Christ, number 27. £3.50. Medieval Latin Lyrics, number 29. £3.50 for that one. Scarlet and Black, number 30. £2.50 for that one. Ecclesiastes and Other Plays, number 31. £2.50 for that one. 5 Plays, number 36. £3.50 for that one. And Last Days of Socrates, number 37, Plato. £4 for that one. Got quite a good wedge of classics, which is rare because they never hang around. Oblonov, number 40. That's £3.50. Baki and Other Plays, number 44. £4 for that one. Eugenie Grandet, number 50. Classic number 50. £3.50 for that one. Charterhouse of Parma, number 61. That's £2.50. 1001 Nights, number 64. That's £3.50. Fairy Tales, bit of writing on the front there, number 69. That's £1.50. Bit of just a filler, that one. The 12 Caesars, number 72. £4 on that one. The Life of Saint Teresa, 73. £3.50 on that one. Number 80, Domestic Peace. £3 on that one. Montaigne Essays, number 83. £4 on that one. Piers the Plowman, number 87. export edition, £3.50, so it's 95 cents there. And one more little wedge, and then we're done for today. We've got the Misanthrope, number 89, £3.50 on that one. Sir Gawain and the Green Knight, number 92, £3 on that one. Faust Part 2, number 93, it's £2.50. St John of the Cross, the Poems, number 101, Classic 101, £3.50. Bellamy, 115, £2 on that one, he's a little bit worn. Les Liaisons Dangerous, 116, £3 on that, that's quite scarce. Satirical Sketches, Lucian, 117, £2.50, and then we got a few black spined. This is 139, Tolstoy, Childhood, Boyhood, Youth, £2.50 on that one. 152, The Frogs and Other Plays, that's £3. And the last classic today is an ISBN, number 314, Alarcon, The Three-Cornered Hat and Other Stories. Early 70s, that's £3. So there you go. So that's all the books that I'm going to offer today. I had to stop there, else the video goes too long, and I'll have too much to deal with. But the next thing on the list is Puffin storybooks, Puffin picture books, and then we'll get back to and a few other miscellaneous bits and pieces, and then we'll get back onto the main series. Plus, I've still got absolutely hundreds and hundreds of books to sort out. I've got about 600 Pelicans. I've got 200 plus Penguin handbooks. We've got Penguin plays, Shakespeare, main series from numbers 1,200 to 3,000. I mean, ISBN, Puffins, still many books to sort out. So lots more to come. Anyway, if there's something that you want, do please give me an email. Now, one other thing I didn't mention, I have still got a small stock of my paperback bags. So these are £12.50 per 100 bags. I've got a few in stock at the moment, a few hundred spare. So if you do want any of those added into your order, obviously just give me a shout. I can spare a few hundred on this particular video until I get another batch in. Well, that's it for today. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you do find something of interest, and I think you'll agree there's some absolute bargains there, and I'll look forward to seeing you again very soon. Bye.